Time for the digital marketing news this week. Let's dive into it. First thing is Google has updated their WordPress story plugin. If you don't know what that means, there's stories inside of Google now and inside of Google Discover now. These are essentially short animations that you can flip through that generally tell a news story or some type of, breaking story out there on the web. And so Google has now updated their WordPress story plugin. So if your site's on WordPress, then what you can do is you can make it so that the blog post will have the necessary code so you can push the story out to the Google mobile area that shows the stories and Google Discover. What they've done to update this is they've added new templates so that you can make the stories look cooler, and you can use these new templates and kind of the images go in there a lot smoother. And in addition to that, they've made it easier to integrate with AdSense and the beta programmatic demand. What does that mean exactly? Well, if you have AdSense on your website, so you're using Google's ad network to make money, you can serve ads inside of the stories. And then for the beta programmatic demand, this makes it so that programmatic advertisers can also use that inventory through stories. So what's happening here is Google is just looking to monetize more and more and build out the Stories plugin for WordPress and Stories overall. Next thing, Google has added a new requirement for event structured data. So event structured data, it's this code that you can put inside of the page of a website, structured data, and then that tells Google and other search engines and other elements, other items that crawl web pages and extract data from them, that this is a page about an event. So then it takes this data and then displays information about the event inside of the SERPs. So the new thing that they've created here is they've come out with price currency. So this new price currency property allows you to say how much it costs, and it allows it to say what location that currency is from, such as the United States dollar. Next thing, Google says that you need all core web vitals to be completed for this necessary ranking boost. Geez, thanks, Google. So the Core Web Vital update, it's supposed to happen in May, and you have to pass certain things like largest content paintful, first input delay, cumulative layout shift. These are ways that Google measures how well a page is from a usability perspective. Google's saying you have to pass all of these if you want to get the ranking boost. It is not easy to pass all of these. Trust me, I know. I've spent a bunch of time on this. Next thing, Google says duplicate content isn't a negative ranking factor. That's interesting and very contradictory to the type of things that they have said in the past. Here's what they said. It's not so much that there's a negative score associated with it. It's more that if we find exactly that same information on multiple pages on the web, someone searches specifically for that piece of information, then we'll try to find the best matching page. So what does that mean to you? I'm not really sure. These statements are very confusing. For me, it sounds like you shouldn't have duplicate content still, but I'll let you make up your own mind on that. Next thing, Google. Upload and embedded videos give the same SEO benefit. So if you're sitting there right now and you're losing sleep at night because you don't know if you should upload a video to your content management system natively, or if you should put it on YouTube and you should embed it, and you want to know which one's going to be the best for your rankings because you care a lot about your rankings, what Google has just said is that it's essentially the same. It's very common that you have a separate CDN, content delivery network, for your videos, for example, and technically that's a separate website. From our point of view, that works for your users. So they're saying that you could do either one, and it's totally going to be okay. Uploaded and embedded videos get the same benefit, whether or not you're doing it from YouTube or CDN. Next thing, a new report identifies top threats to your WordPress site. So this new report says that the biggest things are malware from pirated themes. This happens all the time. So you put this new theme on your site, and then the new theme has a hack on it, and there's just nasty stuff. So watch out for what themes you're using. Malicious login attempts. So hackers try brute force to kind of get into your site, try to hack your password. And then vulnerability exploits. This happens a lot too. So, some type of code injection. They find a plugin that's not fully up to date, things like that. This was from WordPress, who tracked 4 million sites to produce that report. Thank you, WordPress. Next thing, YouTube has rolled out clips for live streams. I found this really interesting. So were I doing this on the live stream right now, which I'm not, I would be able to send out micro clips from this live stream. So the feature allows you to grab 5 to 60-second bits of footage from a live stream and make that into your own video clip. Then you can share it with other platforms, and that is the new feature. Pretty interesting. Next thing, Google will suspend merchant sites that show higher prices at checkout. Some shady merchants out there. Here's what they've been doing. They've been advertising a super, super low price. We've all seen it, amazingly low price. We're so excited. You get in, and then what do you think they do? Well, as you actually get into the website and try to buy the item, the real price comes out. So the real price is higher than the advertised price. So Google says it will give bad marketers, they're going to start enforcing it on April 6th, and they're going to give bad marketers 28 days to get their discrepancies fixed once they've gotten in trouble for it. And they're going to be looking at matching the real price, the price in the checkout, versus the prices that are advertised and displayed in other areas. Next thing, Instagram rolls out a recently deleted folder. So if you recently deleted something and you really want it to be deleted, it still actually might be in the recently deleted folder. So you should go back in and delete it from the recently deleted folder. And then the next thing, Twitter publishes a 2021 marketing events calendar. And this downloadable calendar goes over all the different events for the year, and there's that. And then the last thing today is Google Analytics has stopped collecting data from the YouTube channels. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I don't know if that's because of privacy issues. And these big tech companies are under a lot of fire right now because they're so big, so they might be trying to kind of separate these platforms a little bit. I don't know. That's just speculation. But the main thing is they're not sharing data. So now you'll have to go to the YouTube Studio to see your analytics data for YouTube. By the way, if you haven't been in YouTube Analytics, there's a lot there. It's a really robust, cool area, and I highly recommend you go check it out. I've been spending a lot of time on YouTube. By the way, if you haven't seen the video SEO masterclass that I did, go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. It's very similar to the event deck that I had for Digital Summit a couple weeks ago, and just a cool little free course. I think you'll like it, so go check it out. That's it for the digital marketing news this week. Hope you're having an awesome one. Hope you're crushing it with your digital marketing. Give me a like, give me a comment. I love chatting with people online, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.